I'm gonna have to say goodbye to this camera. What's going on, everybody? 2xR here, back with another video. My name is Ricky Robinson, or better yet, 2xR. In this video, we're going to be talking about the XS10 one more time. I'm not sure if I'll do a 12-month review. This is my 9-month review. Let's start off with the positives. Positives are great 4K, great colors straight out of camera, film simulations that give you great colors straight out of camera based on what you want. You also have the ability to tweak those colors in camera. You also have F-Log, so if you wanted to grade it and make it look the way you want it to look, there's F-Log built into this camera. It shoots 4K 30 frames per second. It does 1080p to 60, all the way up to 240 frames per second if you want slow-mo, 120 and 240. There's a video that I have showing you just the differences. So it shows you in my video the quality loss that you may have from 120 to 240. So there is a little degradation in the video quality, but still 240 is usable. 140 is probably the best to use if you really want that slow-mo. So I would use 120 just to gain or keep some of your quality. Once you get used to the layout of the camera, it's really easy to use. It has a touchscreen, but the touchscreen is mainly for focusing. So touch points for focusing. It's not really like, say, a Canon M50 that you can adjust the ISO and the f-stop and all that stuff based on the touchscreen. You do have dials for that. You have a dial in the front, you have the dial in the back, or the dial in the top, sort of in the back. You have this one is the film simulation. You have your pop-up flash. You have your PASM dial. So if you want to do movie, if you want to do auto, if you wanted to do manual, aperture priority, shutter priority, and program, I believe. You also have filters, which I have a video about the filters if you want to look at that. The fully articulating screen, which again, if you need it, it's there. It's really good for situations like this when you want to make sure you're still in focus. It has pretty good autofocus. There, you can tweak the autofocus to be as fast as you may need it. It's not as snappy as some of the others, but it'll pick up your face based on your surroundings and based on your lighting. You want to have good lighting, of course. I'm going to be shooting a video to see how good I can get my video from my S20 FE, Galaxy S20 FE, if I can get the video to look as good as this camera. And there's a reason why. As you guys may have seen in the thumbnail, I am having an issue with my XS10. So with that being said, I'm having a few issues. There's a few issues, but we'll get to that. Of course you have the record button right there on the top, so you just press that. You have your volume that shows up in the screen, which I love. You can just look and see, make sure that it's picking up your audio. You definitely want that on the camera. Some other cameras, maybe some of the cheaper ones, do not have that feature, so it's a good feature to have. So I'm still a big fan, and I still suggest the XS10 to a lot of folks. If they're asking for a camera, if they want to upgrade from, say, a Canon M50, if they just wanted to get better 4K, because the 4K in that is again crippled. I don't know if you guys heard me talk about that in my other videos. The 4K is a little bit crippled. You have a bigger crop. You have no dual pixel autofocus, so you lose some of those features when you go to 4K on the Canon M50. You can still use it if you want to use manual. If you have a wide lens, of course you can still use it, but in this you don't have those issues. There's no extra crop. You don't lose, the autofocus is the same throughout your resolution range. So in that, it's good. So what are the bads? After 9 months of having this camera, I can say that even in the beginning, I thought maybe it was just a newbie. You know, I'm newbie to Fuji. I'm a newbie to shooting pictures. I'm a newbie to all of that stuff, right? So I thought maybe it was just a newbie mistake. Like maybe I just, for whatever reason, I just didn't know what I was doing. Now, what I will say about the Canon M50 is it was a lot easier to just pick up and take pictures. You can take pictures, you get really good quality. Again, the Canon color science is great. A lot of people love it. Love the Canon color science. The autofocus is one of the main reasons that people choose that camera and some of the Sony cameras, which, I mean, most of the people that pick Sony, they pick it for the great autofocus and just the features that it has. But autofocus. Now, the autofocus in this camera is great in video. I haven't had very many issues in video. I've had one where maybe I didn't have the focus on myself. I was out of focus in one of my videos. Somebody pointed it out. I kind of saw it, and I do see it after they mentioned it. But the autofocus in video mode, to me, is still it's really good, especially if you have the right lighting. Now, in picture mode or photo mode, I'm not the only person that has this issue. There's some people that I've seen in some of the forums on Facebook that have the same issue. And my issue with the autofocus is I will put the focus, selector. I would just select my focus point wherever I want my focus to be. And I would take the picture. Then I'll look at it on a computer and I would say that doesn't look very sharp. It looks kind of out of focus. Thought, okay, maybe 1-2 pictures here and there. But there's been several pictures. That have come out that I've taken. Close the door, please. Close the door. There have been several pictures that I've taken that have came out way out of focus and blurry. And I know it's not me because, like I said, there's other people with the same problem. So that's one of my biggest issues with this camera. Again, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out settings. So it could be me. I'm not going to blame it all on camera because there's some people that take some amazing photos with this camera. But there are also several people that have the same issue with taking photos. One person, I believe, submitted it online for, I think, Google or Images or something like that, and they came back and said the picture was out of focus. So that's one of my major issues. The second major issue is one that I'm gonna actually have to send my camera away. I will be saying goodbye to this camera for I don't know how long, but the reason I'm saying goodbye is there is dust. There is dust underneath the glass inside on the sensor. I don't know how, because I always have the cap on. I always have it in my bag. Maybe it's got in there from my bag. But there is dust on the sensor. And it sucks because I shot my stabilization video and that's when I noticed it. If you see here, you can see that there's a spot at higher f-stops. I was trying to compensate for the lighting that was outside, so I raised the f-stop, and that's when I noticed the spot in the middle of the camera. And I thought, okay, I bought a cleaning kit. Let me use my cleaning kit and see if I can clean it off. But I couldn't. Thought I could blow it off. I thought maybe it was on the outside. I even took it to a local camera shop. The shop that sold me my ZV. The camera shop that sold me my ZV-1. It's Delray Camera. Great camera shop. Very helpful individuals that work there. They're very, very good. So if you're in the South Florida area and you're looking for a camera shop with some guys that have some vast knowledge. My two issues so far, 9 months later, with the Fuji X-S10. Again, it's still a great camera. I mean, you have the tally light in the front, you have a tally light in the back. I mean, it just has a lot of features that you can really get excellent images out of. I really think personally, I mean, like I said, I'm not a photographer. I'm sure there's some photographers out there that would disagree with me, and that's fine. Because again, I'm new to this, to all of this. A lot of people call the Fujifilm XS10 a hybrid camera. I really think it's not a hybrid camera. It's more of a video focused camera. And maybe I'm right in saying that. People say, duh. Yeah. But my opinion, I think it's better for video than it is for photos. If you do want a photo camera, you do want a video camera that has better features, of course, there's the X-T4 that you can use. That's great. It has 4K 60, still 1080p 240. It has a 10-bit built in. This one you can use an external recorder. To get the you have to use an external recorder on this one to get 10-bit, but you can still get 10-bit, which is again a great feature for the price. You get 10-bit, you get F-Log, which would be great for color grading to get the image that you want. Again, you get film simulations. Still, I think it's a great thing. I use them. I change it up just to see what kind of image I would get. The standard is pretty good. I like the standard. Some people say, you know, it doesn't do skin tones very well, but still, especially skin tones like mine, don't mind the sunburn. I work outside, more like I cook outside. If you notice my face, looks like I'm wearing makeup. Like this top where my sunglasses are is a lot brighter than the rest of me. I got pretty sunburned past few weeks. Anyway, the film simulations are great. Fully auto, it's really good. Fully auto will more light up the whole scene rather than your face. The XS10 does better with your face, but then it blows out the sky, blows out around you because it's really focused on exposing for your face. But this exposes for the whole scene, so you may get a darker image. But of course it does really good in low light. Now, this is at ISO 4000. Again, it's getting darker and darker outside. See? Sun's pretty much all the way down, almost all the way down. So look up there. What I will say is, let me just go off on a tangent. When you think of all the features that us as YouTubers or even us as people that are trying to purchase cameras, you think of all the features that we look for in cameras. You want 10-bit, you want clean low light, you want excellent preamps for audio. When you think about all that stuff and then you watch a feature film at the movie theater or on your home, at your home, and you see all the grain and the noise, and they use that to bring out emotion and feeling. They use that, the shake. Like if you guys ever saw the movie Cloverfield, that movie was shaky, very shaky. They weren't using gimbals and, you know, unless they, I don't know what they did or how they shot it, but you can notice a lot of movies do not use in-body stabilization. The cameras are tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, very expensive camera and lenses and all of that stuff. And that stuff, you can still see the grain, you can still see the shake. And we as YouTubers look for the cameras that have great stabilization, that has great low light. I'm not saying don't do it, because I am guilty of that also, and I would love to have a very clean image. But it's just crazy when you think about how Hollywood could care less about some of the stuff that we make such a big deal about. It's crazy when you think about it. Yeah, that was my rant. Anyway, again, it's been 9 months with this camera. I love it. I'm sad to say goodbye to this camera. I really hope that I can get it back pretty soon so I can get back to using it. Again, The ZV-1, pretty good camera. I just like the image that comes out of here. Like I like the colors better out of here. I just like most of the features on this camera. I like the different file sizes, you know, the different formats that you can use. You can tweak it just so many different ways to get the image that you want. Again, I'm not a photographer, but I would love to be able to just pick my camera up and take a few pictures. Even if I handed it off to somebody, you know, somebody that's a photographer, my brother-in-law, you know, and they don't struggle using this camera. They pick it up, they say, oh, this is nice. They put the focus where it needs to go, they shoot the picture, and it's good. So that's my biggest issue with this camera, is the autofocus in photo mode. Again, like I said, it could be noob error, but still, 9 months later, still recommend this camera. If you're looking for a camera for video, I think the audio is pretty good with the external microphone or the Rode Wireless Go microphones. That's the ones I usually use. I'm using this to see if the sound is better. I'm gonna learn how to edit it in post, and put them all together. So thank you for watching this video. It's been fun, it's been real, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe. I would love to keep growing. I would love to keep getting that motivation every time I see people watching my videos to keep putting out more videos. As you see, I work very hard out in the sun, and I would love for this to be my full-time thing. I would love to get there. That's a dream, to get to making this content more stable, more consistent, all that good stuff. So if you can please subscribe if you do enjoy videos like these. I will be coming out with more videos on the XS10, the ZV-1, my camera phone. I'm going to do a video on this one. It's not a very good camera, but I'm going to see if I can get this to better quality than it does on full auto. I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm going to do to get there. I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm going to do to get there, but I'm going to try my best to get the best image I can out of a very inexpensive Samsung phone. It's not the top tier. It's not any of that stuff, but we're going to try. So I have videos on that. We have some tech videos that I have planned to shoot. So I'm going to be shooting some tech videos, so stay tuned for that. If you guys are interested in anything tech, I'm going to try to shoot as much tech stuff that I can with the stuff that I have, because of course I'm a little channel, no sponsors, no nothing yet. Hopefully I get there someday. But again, if you appreciate it, if you like this video and like content like this, and if you won't mind supporting a newbie at all this stuff, please don't forget to hit that like button. Please don't forget to subscribe. And if you have somebody that's looking for the XS10, please share my content, share my channel. I try to share as much XS10 content as I can because I love this camera. My name is Ricky Robinson. This is 2 Times R Media. Peace.